Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. We're back with some more Pink Floyd live performances. Today we're going to be checking out this one titled Coming Back to Life, from the Division Bell album. Yes, let's take a listen. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Yes.
Where were you when I was burned and broken? While the days slip by from my window watching. And where
This sounds good.
when I was hurt and I was helpless, because the things you say and the things you do surround me, while you were hanging yourself on someone else's words, dying to believe in what you heard.
Whoa.
I was staring straight into the shining sun.
Yeah.
Lost before and lost in time, while the seeds of life and the seeds of change were planted outside. The rain fell dark and slow, while I pondered on this dangerous but irresistible pastime. I took a heavenly ride through our silence,
he's all chill and
I took a heavenly ride through our silence. I knew the waiting had begun, but I headed straight into the shining sun.
yeah. Wow. Yeah. 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 All right, guys. So that was Pink Floyd performing, coming back to life. Laugh. Yes. Going into this performance, already knowing the studio version from the album The Division Bell. I mean, you come in, with a certain expectation, and I feel like that original track, is so smooth, so reflective, and almost intimate. It feels like a quiet, personal conversation. But what Paul does here is to take that same emotion and stretch it across a massive stage, without losing the soul of it. The first thing that stood out, is how patient, his this performance is. David Gilmour, doesn't rush anything, which I loved. And that opening guitar line, to me floats in the air. And if you've heard the studio version 100 times, you immediately recognize it, but live, this one, breathes more. There's more space, between the notes, more weight, behind them. And to me, it feels like a recording and more like a moment unfolding. Vocally, it's not about perfection. It's about honesty. David Gilmour's delivery here, feels slightly more fragile compared, to the studio take, and that I feel like actually works in its favor. It definitely makes the song feel more human. He's not just singing about coming back to life. He's still in the process of getting there. And then there's the atmosphere. I mean, the lighting, the pacing, the way the band, holds back, instead of, overplaying. To me, it all builds, this almost hypnotic, sort of mood. Pink Floyd, they have, always been masters of space, but here, you really feel it. Nothing is overcrowded. Every instrument, has room to exist, in my opinion, especially the guitar. Now we definitely have to talk about that solo, because if you know. I mean, compared to the studio version, this one feels more expressive, slightly looser, and a bit more emotional. To me, it's not about technical, flash. It's about phrasing. Every single note, feels intentional. It's one of those solos where silence matters just as much as sound. What I really appreciate is that the performance doesn't try to reinvent, the song. It actually respects the original, whilst adding just enough live energy, to elevate it. Some live versions go bigger and louder. This one goes deeper, in my opinion. If anything, the only criticism you could give is that it leans heavily into that slow atmospheric pacing. So if someone wanted a more dynamic or explosive version, they might not get that here, but honestly, I feel like that restraint, is exactly, what makes it special. And you know, at the end of the day, this feels like the studio version, you know, sort of grew up, you know, same heart, you know, same message, but more lived in, more reflective and more real. You know, it's the kind of performance that doesn't, you know, demand your attention. It quietly, you know, pulls you in and, you know, keeps you there. And when it ends, you know, you don't feel like, you know, you just watched a performance. You know, you feel like you experienced something. Guys, I loved it. I really, really loved, you know, watching them perform this song live. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your perspective. Let me know what you think about this live performance and then the studio version. Please share your thoughts about it down in the comments. Let me know what you'd like for me to react to next live from Pink Floyd, and I will be here, you know, to do just that. If you tune in, if you start committing to edit the video, you're loved, you're very much appreciated on here. And name is Philip. On to the next music reaction. Take care, stay safe. Peace out.